Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio tutorial. In this tutorial we'll look more on cloud settings, how we can create realistic clouds, and more important it is when we render what settings we should use to create nice and smooth looking clouds without any distortions. So that's actually much easier than you maybe think. So we'll select our camera first. And what I want to do, just move slightly up, so we'll preview more on the sky. Let's set our settings to render to screen and 640. Actually, you know what, let's do widescreen. Click OK. Okay, let's adjust. So, and this one is our normal sky without any clouds, just simple. But if we look in our editor, this is spectral model. But of course, before we start to work with the clouds, one of the nice things, if you look on the internet or on Wikipedia or other places, you can actually find nice reference on the more realistic, what position of the clouds, what name of the clouds, and how approximately they're relating. Also on altitude, and about the meters, how high or low they're locating. And if you go to more information, it's actually provide more on the distance and where how high they're locating. So let's right now create just normal. We're going to the spectral clouds. We'll just take a basic one. And if we preview at this point, you will notice we have a visible grain, small dots. All what you need to do to fix this is increase quality boost on your global settings. So, and you can go, if you slide, you can go up to 4, but if you go inside and you start typing, you can go actually much higher. But one big price, your speed will increase dramatically. It's taking much longer time to do this. So 4 is about comfortable level, but again, you should try it and see which one is best setting for you. And also notice, if you go quality boost in light, it doesn't affect clouds that much at all. So you actually can decreasing if you don't use it. Okay, this is one settings. Also, when we go to render option right here, if you just do the clouds, you can go to user settings, and you can actually disable all of those and pop up yours quality. This is will affect only if you have a textures, but just for the clouds, the one will do just fine. So we'll click OK on this one, and again, if we render. Okay, so right now it's finished render, and you can see it's take about 4 minutes. For this, it's much longer. And it's better. We still have some little grains, so we probably want boost up quality higher if we want to totally remove it, but it is not bad. And if you do a motion animation, it's actually, you won't see that, so it's already a nice image. Also, till we look on our clouds, let's go to atmosphere editor. And right here, sometimes people ask how I can edit cloud settings. It's not very intuitive to this, but if you're going, just double time click on that material, it will open in our material editor. And this is very familiar. So right here, example, if you notice on this screen, we have no shadow available for this cloud. And when you open, you go to lighting and effect tab, and you have it cast shadows. So when we enable here, we'll have our sliders now available if we want to cast shadows from these clouds. Okay, so this is one way. Also, we have our normal settings for our clouds. If you want to increase scaling on the clouds, or roughness, or any other effect, so you will notice it will affect it. And this is how you can modify, you can apply some other stuff. But overall, till we in this screen, this is altitude, it will create how high side, and sometimes it's hard to see, but if you zoom out you will notice this is a gray color. It's a very nice representation with the clouds. And if we reduce to 51 and maybe put it down to 100, sometimes it takes a little bit time to refresh, so you notice it's cloud going down and it's much thinner layer. Okay. And what we did before in other tutorials, even you can slide only down to 100 meters, you actually can go inside and you can type. And if we put it 0 here, and we'll put it maybe 5 meters, so you notice we drop down and it's creating layer of the fog. So let's move a little bit above and look, and you can see in preview it's kind of like fog going to the ground. That's all in altitude. And again, if you're a little bit confusing what clouds, what altitude should be in real, you can go to Wikipedia or other places and just search for this. And other things in this tutorial what I want to show you, it is, let's create just small island right here. Let's go to change material for our ground, and we'll go to landscape, maybe rock and grass. To our terrain, we'll just select same one. Okay, let's go take our main camera, move it closer. Okay, it's look nice. And next what I want to do, I want to show you a very interesting effect, and it's actually many people was asking about this. We receive a lot of emails. So let's have it our camera here. Let's open our animation line, and while the main camera is selecting, we are add keyframe. We'll maybe move to 1 second. Now timeline, maybe right here. Okay, 1 second. We'll move camera far away, just slightly. Okay, and next we'll move maybe 2 more seconds. And one thing what I want to do, I want to select camera, I want to go to the distance right here, and I want to type 10 kilometers, so it will take our camera out in a space. The effect, what you notice, we have this curve now, and this curve, if you look on a camera, what's happening, camera kind of going underground. Okay, and this is very easy to fix it. Okay, so we'll look now, and this is actually a curve, it's easy to fix. We'll click on this keyframe, and you notice we'll now have a blue line going. We'll take one end and we'll just start shrinking, and you notice with this is also decreasing the curve. So we'll adjust our curve in a way you prefer it, but we still want to have this smooth kind of transition here. So now when our camera up high in the sky, you can see in preview we have a very nice curve. And to control this curve, you actually can do a couple things. You can move your camera higher, or we can go to atmosphere editor, and in sky and fog you have it right here, aerial perspective. And just watch this. When we reduce aerial perspective, you will notice how it is become a little bit more flatter, and we have atmospheres. We'll mix it, and again in aerial perspective you also can type in your numbers if you want it, but you know, for this one let's leave it at a 10. And we'll go to the clouds, and one thing with the clouds, okay, we want to bring them up, maybe increase height so we can see them, maybe a little bit on the cover and density. So what I want to do, just kind of will look outside in the space and we can see those clouds. Let's go to effect. Let's maybe add more stars, create a little bit more outside of the space look, maybe orbital or whatever. Also we'll go to the sky, and I want a little bit decrease so we don't have this total blue color, we have it a little bit darker. And you can notice how it already look more earthish. Okay, and next things what I want is add more spice to this. Let's go maybe move another second. Okay, take our camera and we'll move a little bit far this way. Maybe a little bit too much right here. Okay, and let's go to select our main camera, and on this one I want uncheck always keep up to level. What does that also let me to do now on a camera? I can rotate, and I want rotate camera so position of the planet will be sideways. So we'll have a very interesting effect if you will see how it's rotating. But again, I don't want to rotate maybe at this point, so we'll go to our mark right here, and we'll just rotate camera back to normal. So we have it, camera go up. Okay, let's preview this. Go right here and rotating, and maybe just add. Okay, let's make this curve a bit smaller, and maybe add just slightly more movements, so it's still kind of moving. One more thing's right here, when let's add another object, and I actually have a very nice model. Okay, and I will give you a link on a website for this wonderful place where you can have a lot of Serenity. So let's open that model. Okay, so we loaded our Serenity. Okay. Maybe a little bit bigger size. So it will look a bit more massive. Here is a little bit bigger, and we'll bring also like this. So we'll add a little bit nicer motion. Okay, now let's see how our camera will go. Okay, maybe it's moving a little bit too fast. And sometimes when you don't want to animate your object, because it's what will happen right now, we can go to our options, and we can say forbid animation. So what it does, it's actually won't create any key, because I want this object will be a little bit static. And now let's select our main camera, and I want to move this. Okay, so let me undo some stuff. We'll go to last frame, and we'll move slightly, so we have it motion but not. Okay, right here. A little bit adjusting. Okay, let's go take our model, move it forward, and this is mostly, in a way, compositioning, how you like to see. So let's preview. Okay. This run is a little bit darker. So what we're going to do, we go right here and add light. Same for bit animation, because I don't want to animate this light, but I want to add additional kind of ambient lighting, so it will have it, we can see some details more on our ship. So let's increase here. There you go, it's already start pop up our details. Bring a little bit closer right here, so we can see it. Okay, this is look very interesting. So what do we have? We have it from atmospheres, we're moving up, and we're going up in a space where we can see our ship. A couple things we can actually add to this point. If you want, we can add the planet. Somewhere around here. Maybe increase in size. Bring a little bit big right there. And one thing we want for this model, we actually want to adjust so it will look, and change phase, because our lighting kind of going from this one. If you wanted, we can change phase, or for right now, let's just keep it full size. So set right here, align a little bit, put it right here. See if we can, yeah, there you go. This is about right phase. Let's preview so we have it. Yes. We're going down, and here we go. Okay, I think it's a set. So let's render our animation. Again, we'll go to atmosphere editor. Just to verify, we'll go to our fog and sky, and for this animation, to save the time, I just want set back to 0. It will create a little bit more grainy look, but I don't want to spend too much time waiting for animations. We'll just leave it on global ambience. For the best quality, you want maybe going with the global illumination, but again, we'll just set all as default here. Click OK. Let's go to our normal settings, and at this point I want actually motion blur, so we'll set it in broadcast settings. Okay, let's render, and we call this planet. Broadcast settings, let's go 640, 24 frames. And one thing, if you have a render farm, it will be nice actually start doing on a render farm. So let's also look how we can do very fast settings. Before, actually, one thing I want to mention, sometimes people say I have a hard time to connect to render cow, and it's hard to remember when you start launching them that render cow on a machine, when you just start up, it doesn't launch by itself. it is required for you to log in. So for example, let's go to open remote connection and we'll go to take cow 1. Okay, and when we click connect, so on mine it says it Vista, but you actually need to log in to the system. So you will notice right here it actually will start loading. Here go, here's our render cow is loaded now. So now when I try to connect, it will be visible through the my network of the cows. So you can set your system after login on a startup, or you can do remote control, remote desktop. I prefer by myself remote desktop so I can monitor them a little bit closer, but it's again, it's all personal preferences. So we'll go to external render, we'll click edit, and we'll select Hyper-V Network Manager, and let's click edit again. Okay, and when it's pop up, you'll see your cows idle. Currently, I actually had some already job going in a queue, so it's showing me whatever process was for those jobs, and we will stop and we'll relaunch them, and you can see how they're loading. But overall, this is it's all to it. It's very simple and easy to set up. So we preset our stuff, we have render, and let's click on render animation. Okay, so it already exists. Let's rename it only 2. Okay, and here I have a previous job, and we can do a couple things to this job. We actually can pause or cancel, and in our case I want to actually cancel this job. So we'll select current job and let's click abort. So it will take a little bit time, but it will remove it and we'll launch our other work. Okay, and right now is actually a very good time to go for you and do some homework if you study, or housework if you're not. Okay, and here as the rendering is finished, so it with our render cow it took us 50 minutes, and I don't know how we'll take it if we don't have it. And here's our animation. Some moments probably we can do a little bit slow, like going through atmospheres, and maybe slow down on the end. But if you look, actually go back, it's come up not right, maybe right here. These moments need to be a little bit slowed down. But I do like how we come through the clouds. You can see right here it's come very nice effect. And again, here's we come from our planet, we're rotating our camera, and here come our spaceship. Okay, so let's preview a couple more times. Again, yeah, it's going a little bit too fast, so you probably want, yeah, make it a little bit slower and a little bit smoother transition on this. Okay, and again, thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Please come visit us on the web is www.vtutorials.com.